Good morning.
I've been looking in the shadows where the mystery was born. I've been meeting with the statue in the sun that keeps me warm. I've been following the footsteps of the ones who've come and gone. I've been flying with eagles to the center of the storm. Late in the afternoon, twilight fills the sky, stretching out the evening's awning. My heart explodes with joy, I can't hear the baby cry. And I have seen the light of a new day dawning. As below, so above. Take the shackles from my feet and the madness from my mind. Let the circle be complete. Like this moment out of time, make the earth and heaven speak to me. I have been deaf, dumb, and blind. Though every flower's gone to seed, with every dream my heart can find. As I turn within to the emptiness erased, I'm lifted up by the hands that adore me. The whole wide universe is filled with peace and grace. The door of life is opening before me. Give me the strength to trust. Like a warrior of love, on a silent hill where life and death collide, between the past and the present moment's glory. For every questing heart that happened from inside, and all the rest of it, just your story, your story. You are alright, much more than enough. You're a warrior of love, warrior of love.
There we go. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Poems and Prayers for the 28th of April. We're in the new moon in Taurus, I think, as of yesterday. And happy Monday. Here we go. Great to be here with you. I'm going to be on for the next hour, sharing poems and prayers and and all the good things. Anne is out there. Good morning, my friend. Yes, today's angel card is indeed abundance. Always, always welcome. Yes, always welcome at the table. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was on with my Course in Miracles group with Mia and the gang, and that was great. And I'm going to give you another song here in a moment. Am I? Yes, let's do that. Let me find this. It's in Irish, it's in Gaelic, and it was sung by the UCC, that's University College Cork, I believe, right down the road here, and I was at the Cork airport, and they gave everyone a little song here, and the video is great, but I'll give you the music. I'm gonna murder the Gaelic, but it's Shema Lach Megillah Ma, and it's probably something close to that, I hope. Anyway, it is one of my favorite songs from Ireland. I've heard Sinead O'Connor do it, the late great Sinead, and Sting did it with the Chieftains, and I've heard it many times, and I just had to share that. Of course, it's gorgeous. Yeah. Good evening from Oz. Hi, Donna. Great to have you, my friend. Bless you. So let's dive in. I hope everyone had a magical weekend. I absolutely did. I'll tell you about it here in a minute. But let's get the prayer thing happening to get us started here for the week. Go ahead and close your eyes. Turn within. We'll take 3 nice deep breaths together. Let me scroll down here a little bit before I do that. One second. I think I've gone too far, as usual, as is usually my style. Where am I? Okay. Close your eyes, turn within, take 3 deep breaths, hand over your heart, stretch the spine, looking up through the third eye. Here we go. First deep breath. And let go. Oh, nice heavy sigh. Release the burdens of the day. Deep, deep, deep breath. Second. Let it go. And third and final deep breath. Looking up through the third eye, stretching the spine. Let it all go. Beautiful. All right. Well, here's what I have. Prayer for gratitude and acceptance. Through the power of God anchored in my heart, and within the hearts of all humanity, I invoke the divine light of gratitude and acceptance. Precious sacred fire, blaze in, through, and around every electron of my being. Flood my consciousness with gratitude for and the acceptance of God's infinite flow of abundance. There you are. We're doing abundance this morning. Lift me into the realms of truth and bless me with the clear inner knowing that the God supply of all good things is my divine birthright. I relinquish now in the name of God all of the power I have ever given to lack and limitation through my thoughts, words, actions, and feelings. I relinquish now in the name of God all the beliefs I have ever had that are based in poverty consciousness. In deep humility and gratitude, I consecrate and dedicate my very life to be the open door through which God's infinite abundance will flow to bless me, my family, friends, co-workers, and all humanity. As I think, speak, feel, and act, the presence of God within me is expanding God's gift of prosperity to all life evolving on earth. I am an awakened light being. I gratefully accept God's gift of prosperity and infinite abundance. And so it is. I am, I am, I am. Take a breath into that. I'll just put that on my page here real quick. Gorgeous. That's Patricia Coda Robles. I'll tell you that right now. Where are we? We'll do the other Patricia prayer. I am my I am presence, and I am one with my Father, Mother, God. I am also one with the I am presence of every man, woman, and child on earth, the entire company of heaven, the angelic kingdom, the elemental kingdom, and Gaia, Mother Earth. I give heartfelt and sincere thanks for the sacred gift of my life and of life itself. I ask my I am presence to consecrate every thought, word, feeling, and action which I express throughout this day with more love and more light for myself and my world. Here is a little excerpt from the Course in Miracles. Let me remember my purpose to heal as all I desire. I am responsible for my thoughts and their effects. Nothing in this world can satisfy God's eternal Son. I let go of all my past goals, opening my mind to truth. I choose to align my will with God's, which is my own. I choose what I would see. I decide what I experience. When I see a brother or sister's mistake, it is my own error I see. I do this to myself. I can undo it. Let me rest in God. All that I do is under His guidance. Everything is a lesson for my healing when seen correctly. My one function is true forgiveness. What I give to myself always. Take a breath into that. Let's put that on the page as well. Brilliant. All right, and St. Francis, in honor of the passing of Pope Francis, who was a beautiful soul. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is sorrow, joy. Where there is darkness, light. O Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are forgiven, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Father, Mother, God, indwelling holy presence, Lord God Almighty, great and perfect Spirit of love and light, I am what thou art what I am. In love, in light, in peace, in happiness, joy, and freedom. I bless my life and the life of everyone involved in my life this day and every day. Use me for your divine and sacred purpose, that I may uplift my brothers and sisters, and through this, set your love free. For this and more than words can ever express, I'm grateful, I'm thankful. We give thanks, we let it be. It is so, so it is. And together we say, Amen, Amen, Amen. Okay, well, here's a poem. I don't know who the poet is. The guest arrives only at night. Annihilate mind in heart. Divorce heart from all relationships. And then love. Love passionately. Consume yourself with passion for the secret one. When you are absolutely poor, when you are no more, then the guest will appear and occupy his place in the secret chamber, his abode, the heart he gave you. He is the inner of the inner. He is the secret. He is the guest, and he arrives only at night. Take a deep breath. All right, well, that's us off to a roaring start, I would say. So Annie's here. Great to see you, my friend, and everyone else. Thank you, thank you. Let's rock and roll. What a weekend. Yeah, on the course this morning, I and a few others were saying it was collapse in a heap day yesterday. I did about 4 hours of meditations, which is unusual. It was a lot, and I'm sure I needed all of that. And the new moon, of course, is a very powerful time. Hello, Joanna. And we're all going through big changes these days, if we didn't know. So again, this Morning Poems and Prayers is a container, yeah, a safe space, yeah, a sacred space, a grail, a womb, a quiet place, a sanctuary. There it is, and that's my intention here. I hope you feel that, to just really dive deep into the truth that sets us free. And on we go, my friends. It's a pleasure. We'll do a few more here before I chitty chat. Abraham. It's short but sweet. Rest seems like a nice contrast to overwhelmment. But enthusiasm is always chosen over rest. The only thing that ever makes you tired or bogs you down is resistance. Yes, the Course in Miracles says the same thing. You can't get tired, but you can wear yourself out. Well, here was the lesson for today from the Course. Lesson 282, I will not be afraid of love today. Thank you. If I could but realize this today, salvation would be reached for all the world. This, the decision not to be insane and to accept myself as God himself, my Father and my Source created me. This, the determination not to be asleep in dreams of death, while truth remains forever living in the joy of love. And this, the choice to recognize the self, whom God created as the Son he loves, and who remains my one identity. Father, your name is love, and so is mine. Such is the truth, and can the truth be changed by merely giving it another name? The name of fear is simply a mistake. Let me not be afraid of truth today. Take a deep breath. Right, did I skip? I need my Eileen caddy. I think I skipped Eileen here. One moment. I don't know if you saw the funeral for St. Francis, for Pope Francis. I'm saying that a lot. The guy really was pretty impressive, my friends. No kidding and for real. And I did not get the memo on that until his funeral. So there you go. Where am I going? Findhorn. Boom. It was very moving. 250,000 people in St. Peter's Square there. That'll get your attention. And yeah, he didn't live in the palace. He lived in basically a hotel. Yeah, very simply, considering he was the head of the most powerful and wealthiest religious organization in the world. And he had this humble little Pope mobile. They stuck his wooden casket on the back of the Pope mobile, and it ran with a few motorcycles and some cars after it all to the church that, to his church really. He would go there before and after each trip, and that's where he's going to be buried. It's the first time in 300 years that the Pope isn't buried on the grounds there at the Basilica. And he was washing the feet of prisoners, and he was calling Gaza every day of the last 2 years, praying with them for peace and strength, and on it goes. So I've a lot to learn about this man who, God bless him, passed away, the morning after Easter at the age of 88. And I was saying this to Annie that the 40 days of Lent and the messages from Patricia, the prayers that we've been doing from Patricia, etc., we're going like this right now. And it's hang on or let go, but we're going up. There's no doubt about it. It is such a time of acceleration. So I got to do a lot of music last week. I got to do some wonderful interviews, and I did about 15 videos, I counted up, and that was with a few things being postponed as well. So still looking for a chat with Tristan Jacobson and Ian and Mia, which will happen next week. Both of them needed to reschedule, but I'm really looking forward to that. Today, Shanine Friel is going to interview our dear friend Eileen Bray, who is in the States at the moment. She's over in Nashville doing her Celtic Kirtan. And speaking of that, we had Zach Friedhoff, who I friended on Facebook yesterday, who's doing Kirtan and songwriting and singing, gave us some great songs yesterday on Speakeasy, which is on my page here. And Maureen Muldoon, she knocked it out of the ballpark with her talk about Mary Magdalene and the place of women in the church and in the world, and how that needs some changing, in case people didn't know that. Yeah, in case you didn't get the memo on that, we need to change a few things about that. And hopefully, this is what this time will be about, please God. Thank you. So let me give you Eileen here if I can. Let's refresh this page. Yeah. A lot going on. I'm going to get on for a Zoom call with Misha from LifeWave at 10:30. Looking forward to that. So here's Eileen. Yeah. It is not easy to turn the other cheek when someone hits out at you in either word or deed. The immediate reaction is to hit back. But here is where reactions have to be watched with the greatest care, and where self-control and complete selflessness have to be put into practice. Those souls who have not learnt self-discipline will give back as good as they get and feel justified in doing so. Then they will wonder why there is so much chaos and confusion in the world. They are so blind they cannot see that until they have learnt to change their whole outlook and start to love their neighbor as themselves, they cannot hope to change what is going on in the world. The more love and goodwill there is, the quicker will change come. But it starts in you. Therefore, the sooner you realize it, the sooner will changes take place all around you, and so out into the world. Why not start doing something about it now? There we go. Thank you, Eileen. I lean into it, as I say, yeah? So, and here is the Mayans for this morning. I'm not sure it's the new one. Sometimes my app doesn't automatically shift over. This seems like the one I read last time, but we'll go with it anyway. We're in the wave spell of Blue Hand, Blue hand is the energy of accomplishment, know, K-N-O-W, and healing, in case you didn't know. I was reading Jyoti Imix, our lady from England, who does the Zolkin, and talking about a lot of grief coming up in her life. And we were saying in the course this morning that chaos precedes transformation. You know, if things are going sideways, that's good, because it means you're getting ready to level up. You know, can we remember that in the darker moments? Blue solar eagle. Can I remember it? Blue solar eagle. Here we go. Pulse, realize, intention, vision, create, and mind. I'll read this 3 times. I pulse in order to create, realizing mind. I seal the output of vision with the solar tone of intention. I'm guided by the power of magic. Deep breath. I pulse in order to create, realizing mind. I seal the output of vision with the solar tone of intention. I am guided by the power of magic. Deep breath. And last time, blue solar eagle. I pulse in order to create, realizing mind. I seal the output of vision with the solar tone of intention. I'm guided by the power of magic. We give thanks, we let it be, and so it is. I have a gorgeous one from Sister RAYE. Annie, you're going to love this. Everyone's going to dig this. She says, one day while standing at the shore, a lovely man of about 75 years old approached me. Hello, he said. Hello, I said, smiling. I was watching you with your husband and child and just had to come over and thank you. I was watching you 3 and I felt this incredible amount of joy and love come over me. I said to myself, I want to be like that. And then I started to be flooded with memories of my childhood as a boy, and then the childhoods of my children. I hope you don't mind me sharing all this. Of course not. Thank you for your kindness and for feeling safe to come and speak to me, I said. I noticed it was a very big deal for him to have summoned the courage to come talk to me and start telling me his intimate thoughts and feelings. We stepped together into the sea, with the waves rolling at our feet. A floodgate had opened within him, and he began having a review of his life, standing there beside me as the sun began making its way down the horizon. He told me how his parents had been teenagers fleeing their home country. They got married very young and came to the USA with no money and just a wing and a prayer. He told me that his father worked very hard and was never really around. When he was, it was unfriendly. He said his mother was a beautiful woman who always tried very hard to look pretty, but really was not affectionate or loving. He said he always wanted her to hold him or dance with him. I love that. Yeah, as she loved to play music on their record player, but that she never did. He said that although his brothers and sisters were close in age, they were not close, and it was very lonely for him as a boy. He went on to tell me about his teen years, his years in college, his first wife, his second wife, and finally his third. He told me how sad he was, that he had never met a woman who was ever genuinely loving and affectionate to him or his children. He told me about his children and all of the regrets he had about working more than spending any time with them. He shared many, many personal moments of his life, moments I knew he was feeling in order to make sense and peace with it all. As I watched you playing, chasing, hugging, and kissing your family, I just thought, wow, love does exist somehow. Look, it's right there. I looked into his eyes, now wet with tears. You know what? I said as I put my arms around to hug him. Love does exist. Do you know that you, even recognizing love, means you are it too? It is in you, and I love you too. And he cried. I held him. Waves crashed at our feet. It was now a glorious golden lavender sunset. The love you always longed for has been in your heart all along. I said, let go of the regrets and just live each new breath as the love you are. There's nothing more to do. Just then, my little one came running up to me. I reached down to lift him into my arms for a kiss, a hug, and a twirl. The man with wet eyes started laughing and touched my little one sweetly on his cheek. I guess it's that simple, he said. God bless you, sweetheart. God bless each of you. We had a group hug, and everyone headed for home. It's that simple. RAYE. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. Take a deep breath. Fantastic. Yeah, just magical. The course today was about I will not be afraid of love, which is a powerful thing. Did I read that? I don't think so. Yeah. Anyway, this is it. It's all about the love, my friends. Here we go. Lesson 282. I will not be afraid of love today. If I could but realize this today, salvation would be reached for all the world. This decision, the decision not to be insane and to accept myself as God himself, my Father and my source created me. This the determination not to be asleep in dreams of death, while truth remains forever living in the joy of love. And this the choice to recognize the self, whom God created as the Son he loves, and who remains my one identity. Father, your name is love, and so is mine. Such is the truth. And can the truth be changed by merely giving it another name? The name of fear is simply a mistake. Let me not be afraid of truth today. It's worth saying again. Yeah, well, that's the top of the mountain right there, my friends. We're just gliding down now. That was gorgeous as always. RAYE, what a bright light, what a beautiful soul, what an amazing teacher and friend. Here's another one. The late great Walt Whitman with his great beard and his big miner's hat on. He says, dismiss whatever insults your own soul. Love the earth and sun and animals. Despise riches. Give alms to everyone that asks. We're getting quite a theme about money and abundance and prosperity and all the rest of it here. Devote your income and labors to other. Re-examine all you have been told at school or church or in any book. Dismiss whatever insults your own soul, and your very flesh shall be a great poem. Walt Whitman, Leaves of Grass. Buddha, teach this triple truth to all. A generous heart, kind speech, and a life of service and compassion are the things which renew humanity. Let's say that again. Teach this triple truth to all. A generous heart, kind speech, and a life of service and compassion are the things which renew humanity. Take a deep breath. Okay, here's more on grief from Sister Lorna Byrne, April 26th. She says, grief can tear you apart. There's a bird at my window. But remember, your loved one wants you to live and wants you to enjoy your life, not to be sad. So remember all the happy and good times when they were there, and know that they are still with you spiritually. Susan Aaron liked that one. Susan, thanks again for inviting me on with you and Todd Medina there on Monday night. What a pleasure that was. Here's one. The real ones aren't waiting for the new world. They're breathing it into being. Love that. This is from Milton Foster, quoting ZF. Who's ZF? Zachary Fisher. Here we go. He says, I can feel it. The world is already collapsing. Not loudly and obviously, but quietly, almost like a slow exhale. Everything fake is starting to fall apart. You don't need to be psychic to see it. If you're breathing deeply enough, you can feel it. But this isn't the end. As many people fear, it's the beginning beneath all the noise. The real ones, we're not out here screaming for attention or trying to save what was never real to begin with. We're breathing steadily, holding the line. Declan and Evelyn just did a new song about where Hold the Line was in there. Remembering why we came. The concert on Friday night here. The new world isn't some future event we're waiting for. It's already breathing through the cracks. It's alive in those who never forgot who they are. Many people are feeling restless right now, chasing new connections and new dreams, trying to grab onto something because their soul knows something massive is shifting. But it's not something you find out there. It's something you remember inside. The earth is breathing differently now. And if you're tuned in, if you're actually listening, you're already part of it. Finally, he says, we're not waiting for permission. We're not waiting for rescue. We're not waiting at all. We're breathing it into existence right here, right now, quietly, relentlessly. No titles, no crowns, no noise. Just breathe, just flame, just truth. Take a deep breath. Stunning. Boy, the quality of the sharing here is just top notch, my friends. We're in the high cotton, as my buddy Reggie would say, yeah? Liliana Heitman has a beautiful photograph here of three young ladies, nearly identical in their face, in their appearance there. One is a redhead, one's a black hair, one is a blonde. But the quote is from Thomas Merton. Compassion is the keen awareness of the interdependence of all things. And this from Gathima Roba. This is one of my new favorites here, my friends. This is gorgeous. It's short, but very powerful. Let it wash over you. He says, it is a great disrespect to your heart, your soul and life, if you had never asked yourself who you are, why you are here, and where you are going. We have that again? Yes, please. Just sit with that for a moment. It is a great disrespect to your heart, your soul, and life if you had never asked yourself who you are, why you are here, and where you are going. Kaboom. Over 14 years after most of the Choctaw Indians were forcibly relocated in the Trail of Tears, the tribe, though they had little to give, donated $170 US, over $5,000 today, in today's money, to the victims of the potato famine in Ireland. The generosity created a bond between the two peoples that lasts to today. In 2018, Ireland created a scholarship for the Choctaw youth, saying to them, your act of kindness has never been and never will be forgotten in Ireland. Take a breath into that. So that's a part of my story. My people left during the famine, and I came back. Took a little while, yeah, but it was worth the wait. There is a lot going on here. We had a big demonstration Saturday in Dublin. I was not at it, but I followed it online to celebrate Irish sovereignty. It would be my definition of it. 100,000 people at the Customs House. I've been there. I've marched there. I'm happy to tell you, and it's a big deal. So check that out. Also looking at Speakeasy yesterday, I mentioned Zach. What's your name here, Zach? Friedhoff. Lovely singer, songwriter, Kirtan, yeah, and he's connected to Eileen, who does Kirtan as well. So that's getting me thinking about maybe I could do some Kirtan. Yeah, call and response, spiritual stuff. But our teacher, so Zach did the music yesterday, and our teacher, Maureen Muldoon, did a fabulous talk about Mary Magdalene. So if you're a Mary Magdalene fan, like many of us are here, check it out. It's on my page. It's under Joni Strickfaden was live. You'll see all of us on Zoom, including myself. It's well worth your time. Tim Wilde, Tim in the Woods from Saturday. That was great. Here's another Ali Ray for us. We've got plenty of time today because I'm not doing Patricia's 30-minute meditation. Bless you. We're taking it easy here this morning, easing into the week. Ali Ray, another one. She says, there will soon come a moment when your attention will no longer be on the friction, the pressure, and the contrast, but upon the magnitude of the magnificence of the illuminated pearl essence, which Patricia's talked about the pearl essence resurrection flame the last few weeks. That's synchronous. The pearl essence your soul has become, directly as a result of all that you have experienced. Oh, how your very soul will sing a glorious new expanded soul song. Glory, glory, glory. What a glorious soul you be. I so love you. Ali Ray. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. Here's a little Declan and Evelyn for us.
Yes, some comfort must be found. Give me something to hold on to. Let me hold on to your hand. Hold me longer than you need to. Hold me up till I can stand. Give me something to hold on to. Let me hold on to your hand. Hold me longer than you need to. Hold me up till I can stand.
Beautiful. So yeah, that's a taster. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. Got to see my buddy Declan Sinnott and his wonderful writing and performing partner, Evelyn Callancy. Evelyn has agreed to do an interview with me on Awakened Spirits Network, which I'm thrilled about. And she's a very spiritual lady in her own right, so that's just perfect combination together. But speaking of combinations, the two of them, she's younger than Declan by about 20 years or so, and very sweet, soft, strong goddess, Mamala, whatever, just a lot of divine feminine energy, sweetness, strength, beauty and power, and she brings it through the music. You can just feel it fill up the room when she's performing and holding that space. And then, of course, Declan is one of the best musicians and the most well-known musicians in Ireland. And it's my joy and honor to be his friend for several years here. He gave me the guitar that I've been playing for the last 5 years after my house fire. And just such a sweetheart. And we got to chat quite a bit Saturday morning at the market. But the concert was really a treasure. And this is the Bandon Folk Club. If you're in Ireland and in the neighborhood, they're doing gigs once a month. I hope to be there one day. That would definitely be on my wish list. And Ivan runs it, and I'll see him Saturday at John Cully's workshop as well. We have another spiritual retreat coming up this weekend, which I just discovered when I when I waved to John, wishing him well on the day of Pope Francis's funeral. So it's lovely how it all fits together there, yeah? But Declan and Evelyn, a true delight. And I was there with Tim Brown and Mark, Elliot and Louise, brother and sister, and Louise's husband. We had a great time. So, and also I want to mention the wonderful Anya O'Gorman hosted a fantastic songwriting workshop, which happened Thursday after I did morning prayers. So I want to talk about that. We were there for 2 hours, and there were about a dozen of us, and by God, we wrote a new song together. I contributed the title. It's called Song for the World, and I might have snuck a few other bits in there, but Mandy, who runs St. Michael's Center, said we're going to do it monthly, which is just such a joy. So, to have somewhere like St. Michael's to go and play, 2 or 3 Fridays out of the month for a couple hours with the musicians here, and for all the wonderful people that are part of St. Michael's Center. And Mandy does an amazing job. And then a songwriting workshop, and then concert with some of the best musicians in the country. Yeah, that's okay for a town of about 5,000 people, It's pretty magical here some days, my friends, yeah. And I also got invited up on the set break there at the market on Saturday, and I usually do about 3 songs, and I did 7 this time, so that was a delight. So we're getting back in the groove here. And Kieran, bless him, is a new friend, and he's keeping me going with the music as well. He's loaned me his Bob Dylan coffee table book and a Beatles book here. And we're going to play together here at some point as well. So all to the good. One more from Abraham. They say to see the world through the eyes of Source is truly the most spectacular view of life. For from that vibrational vantage point, you are in alignment with, and therefore in the process of, attracting only what you would consider to be the very best of your world. Let's have that again, shall we? That is just the top of the mountain, my friends. To see the world through the eyes of Source is truly the most spectacular view of life. For from that vibrational vantage point, you are in alignment with, and therefore in the process of attracting, only what you would consider to be the very best of your world. It's not too good to be true. It's too good not to be true. How about that? Well, I got to throw this in because this is for all the guys here. Speaking of which, Maureen, this is another one from RAYE. As we come down the home stretch, Maureen Muldoon was pointing out in Speakeasy yesterday that the guys are showing up, which is very nice to see, because that has not been the case for quite a while. Of the last 30-some years of being involved in New Thought, New Age, and all the rest of it, it's mostly been the ladies, which is very important and great, but it's nice to see the guys get with the program as well. RAYE says, a special message to my dear brothers. Thank you. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your strength. Thank you for your vulnerability. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your light. Thank you for your love. I am so blessed and honored to share a world with you in it. In my heart, you are always a superhero. I so love you. RAYE. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. Yes. Okay. What now? Let me just take a moment here. Well, what I get about all of what's happening right now is, you know, Annie and I talk about this 2 or 3 times every day, so I'm just building on our conversations here. We're really being asked to step into a sense of leadership and sacred responsibility, joyous responsibility is Lazarus's phrase, about seeing more and understanding more and striving to hold that space of becoming more, being more. And Zach was absolutely right on the money here to my heart, saying, you know, we're not waiting for it, we're doing it. And if you get the message, you're invited to be doing it along with us at full speed. The real ones aren't waiting for the new world, they're breathing it into being. Kaboom. We're not waiting for permission. We're not waiting for rescue. We're not waiting at all. We're breathing it into existence right here, right now. Quietly, relentlessly, no titles, no crowns, no noise, just breath, just flame, just truth. David and Vivica and I had our Friday afternoon chat for the 5th week in a row on Friday, and give that a listen, because that speaks to what we're talking about here. Vivica was, I mean, they both are going through incredible physical changes. They have been since I met them. And they're really like the canary in the coal mine about a lot of these big changes that we're all destined to go through, basically, if we continue to live on this planet at this time. Please God, yes. And it's there's a lot happening, you know, on every level. Stefan Burns, this morning, his update was about the magnetic grid of the sun weakening. You know, it's like a science fiction story every day. Oh, that reminds me of the Philip Dick interview that I saw yesterday. Quickly losing strength. The sun's magnetic field is weakening. Potential big implications for Earth and our solar system. So again, it's like as above, so below, as within, so without. And this is also Candace Coe and her message, you know, and Rob Comer and the Lost Octave. To consciously create from inside out. Like today's Course in Miracles was, I'm not afraid of love, you know. So love then. Go ahead and love. Go crazy, go all the way. Love the people you love, the things you love, the places you love. Love, love, love. And as we do that, the world begins again. The world shifts and changes. The magic happens. The miracles happen. The Course says miracles are the natural outcome of love. And so if miracles are not happening, it's because we've gotten in the way of love, or we're withholding it, or we're afraid of it, as the quote says there, or whatever. But the joy, the abundance, the freedom, the love, the happiness, you know, is in the giving and receiving of love. So, blessing a situation, sending love to a situation. One of the 3 or 4 meditations I did from Oren yesterday was radiating and receiving divine love. That's very, very powerful. That's in their meditation room, oren.ben.com. I did the starting a new chapter. I did Violet Flame. I've been doing Healing Karma. You know, dig, because you do the work, you get the goodies. I'm also just seeing one of the northern lights here, Aurora Borealis, and they're just more beautiful than I've ever seen before. You know, everywhere you look, the earth is evolving. It's changing quickly, and it's changing in response to, not despite us, but in response to, and an invitation towards all of us awakening and healing and changing. So the more we give, the more we are able to receive, the more we love, the more we're able to be of good use to the world. Yeah. All of that. You get the picture. And then you throw a little music in there and you've really got a party. Yeah. So we also had the cosmic joke of the sliver of the moon, like a Cheshire cat's grin, and Mars and Venus, or whatever it was, Jupiter and Neptune, I don't know, but looking like two eyes. So it looks like a huge cosmic smiley face in the sky. That picture is on my page there. Yeah, that's a good segue. David and Vivica called our next class, and I entitled their talk from Friday, A Symphony of Stars. And basically what Vivica was saying, to bring it full circle, is that, David as well, that, you know, they really are experiencing what it's like to have the universe inside of them. Can you imagine? And the sense of joy in the cells of their body and in their muscles, bones, and blood, you know, in the physical body, holding more light. And of course, this is everything that we've been doing with Patricia for the last 8 years. The fifth dimensional crystalline solar light body, and the 12 chakras, and the 12 aspects of solar deity, and suns beyond suns, and all the rest of it. So I need to be conscious of the time to put it onto Substack here. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for being here. From my heart to yours. Share the video, make a donation, have a wonderful day. If I can help you, let me know. Thank you so much. Peace and blessings. Namaste. Peace.